Hi guys, and welcome back to the 404 Not Found Technical server. So today we are going to be building up the Nether mob switch. All the materials have been gathered so far. I was gathered by random, so we've got them here in my inventory. So just have a look at them. Yep. So not a lot of materials. Just putting squatting on. Not that high either. Got all the cells in place to automatically store 15 villagers in each one, zombified villagers that is. And this is all within this one chunk laid out by the carpet here, which is going to be lazy loaded by, I believe, that portal right there. Yeah, it looks like there's a minecart system in place to do that. I've got one of the villagers over here already to put in. I think I've got to zombify that villager, so I need to actually go get a name tag, or I need to trade with the villager, making him a zombie. I'm probably going to just trade with him. It's a bit easier than name tagging. And I believe there's a zombie that needs to be placed there. And there's a zombie somewhere over there. So I think I saw it before. Just fly over. Yep, here it is. The zombie is right here. So I'm gonna put him into the module in a bit. I'm just having a quick look at the schematic, and it looks like this zombie is meant to scare villagers that come through the portal, which then travel down here, and then a minecart will be dispensed to pick them up and send it into this area here, where they can be traded with. Now, the exact location you trade with them, I do not know, unless you literally just stand here. So it looks like you can get in from just, yeah, there's stairs there, so you just get in here. Emerald would be there, I suppose, and then you trade with the villager once, and then send them off, and then they'll get zombified by the zombie. And I think we're going to put in a zombie villager rather than the zombie there, and we'll put a zombie in place for here, and then you send them off into the cells. So at the moment, Schmatter's got just one cell filled by the looks of it. It's quite a nice design by Random. Random really likes using redstone, the red sandstone as well. So usually you can work out what the build is his from the fact that red sandstone's been used as well. So yeah, this is designed by Random, and I'm just building it. He's gathered all the materials for it, and I've got a chance to build it up now. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Looks like I don't actually need to go grab any workstations because got the free, of course, and then we've got some emeralds as well to trade. So that's all fine. I'm guessing as well those emeralds will go into the chest in the system as well. So yeah, so I think I'll trade with this villager now, and we can then have that out of the way. There you go, and then just grab myself a few emeralds. So I'll just go with 9 for now, of course. And I will have to buy 10 bricks. Bin the bricks because we don't need them. And now we have traded with the mason, and we can get rid of that. And it's the mason forever now. And they won't despawn when we turn him into a zombie. I might have the zombie come over, zombify the villager, then trap the zombie again, and then yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll get the zombie over, zombify this villager, and then put that zombie into the system where it is, and then the rest. But yeah, I think for now I'm going to build up to at least this layer here with the zombie, or at least to the point that I can trap the zombie in. So I think, and I can probably do that with a little bit of redstone. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Right, so I brought the zombie over, and now I'm going to try and get the zombie to zombify the villager there. And once we've done that, then I will just get the zombie into, well, I'll try and recapture the zombie using this boat here. But I'm going to have to do this in such a way that the zombie will zombify the villager and not focus on me because they prioritize players over villagers. So this should be fun. Right, let's have a laugh then. Right, hopefully starts ignoring me now. If I come over here. Yep, perfect. Oh, and it's in the boat with the villager. Great. That was not what I planned, though. Oh, I'm going to have to make these separate. Alright, how do I break the boat without hitting them? There we go. Right, perfect. There we go. There we go. Right. Now we have separated. Now I need to just get one of them. Actually, thinking about it, will the zombie villager pick up a sword? let's check. Look, you're going to take this because you need it. Or not. Right, let's try the zombie. Will the zombie pick it up? There we go. Right, the zombie's picked it up, therefore the zombie's going in there. And the zombie villager can be used to scare the villagers into the system then. Excellent. Right, so I'm going to drop the villager into drop the zombie into this cell by simply having an activator rail, put the zombie onto that block there, and then I'm going to remove this redstone torch once I know that the zombie's there, and it will then drop down into the bottom, and then I'll repower the piston to put the block back there. And yeah, that should be. Actually, thinking about it, I might want to actually make this completely automatic. No, you know what? I will, because the zombie might start pathfinding to me, and it might escape if that's right. There we go. Got a much better circuit. So, what's going to happen is the zombie's going to come in here with the minecart, get pushed onto that activator rail, and because of the blocks here, it won't get suffocated, but will be launched and forced to go and be put on this block once it goes on the activator rail. So that will cause the zombie to get out of the minecart onto the block here, and then the minecart will go onto this detector rail, and it will depower the piston, which will then allow the zombie to fall down, and then it will be pushed back in. And then all we'll do is I'm going to come over and break the blocks that aren't needed, and that's really all there is to it. I need a solid block. Right, got some dirt. Dirt's a solid block. So basically, the detector rail will not send out a power to the torch because it is not powering a block, because it's powering some glass, and glass is. And then get the detector rail, put that there, and that should be that. Put that there. There we go. Oh my god, he's very powerful because of the sharpness. Alright, hopefully yes, zombie is in. So now I'm going to put the zombie villager in, and then all of the hard parts are actually done, and it's just a matter of building the rest up. Hopefully this works. Let's follow the villager. And it didn't work because I forgot to place a rail. That's embarrassing. Oh no, I'm going to have to try and... There we go. Put my armor back on. Yep, perfectly worked. Excellent. Right. Let's get this down and start building the rest. And done. There we go. All done. All the cells are in place. What we got here in my log is the TPS and the MSPT of the server. So at the moment it's 8.1, pretty good. So this server runs really, really well, and we have the Frost Ice flight machine currently in the end loaded with the Frosty bot as well, and it's still running below 10 MSPT, which is really, 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 really good. So, but anyway, the thing I want to show is actually the mobcats here. So we've got 70 out of 70 hostile mobs, and that's what we're going to be filling up mobcat wise. So the more zombified villagers put in here that have been traded with, so that way they are persistent, then the higher number of mobcats we can have. So if a second player was to spawn in here with the Nether me, so I mean there's a second player online right now. Technically, that's the Frosty bot, but the mobcap is per dimension. So if there's two players in this dimension, then I will have there'll be a maximum mobcap 140. So the closer we are, the lower that mobcap is. So if we're in the same chunk, it's 70, and the more chunks you move out of, then that starts gradually increasing up to 140. So two player mobcap, and then three, you add an extra 70. So basically, for every mobcap, every player we need about 70. So I think there's about 5 for the overworld at the moment, so we're probably going to have, just to begin with, 5 in the Nether as well. So the next thing to do now is actually design build up and design the villager breeder system for the overworld. I believe that Hyper is currently working on that. Okay guys, it is the next day, and we have made a lot more progress on this. So we have finished the overworld side, as you can see by the amount of villagers that are currently just stuck up there. This way there's no anti-cramming, I think, just by having the vines. Then also they don't just fall to their deaths. They won't fall to their deaths, they'll just not get damage as well. But yeah, it's another way of sort of helping. You can sort of see that they're hurting a little bit. Actually, I don't know, are they hurting? Oh, I have no idea. Anyway, one villager will always be next to the zombie there. before you then release the next one. So it's sort of a staggering process. And then you trade with this villager, then you want to get another villager, you send it off, and then they'll automatically fill all the stations. So at the moment it looks like the first station is not complete yet. I have no idea because the mob cap is going to be filled anyway, regardless of me standing anywhere. I mean, if I flew it really high, we could probably see how many are in at the moment. But yeah, that's probably not up to, I believe it's 15. So yeah, so the overworld side was designed by Hyper, and I think Hyper and Random building it up together. Oh, I think they did it in stages. I think Hyper did first half, and then Random did the second half. A ton of entities there. You can see that the zombie will basically scare the villagers to move into this area. Then we dispense the minecart by pressing that no block there, and it will then pick up the villager, to which we can then trade with them, and then send off to the the zombificator, where the zombie is there. Now, a thing to note is that we can never launch the system when there's no villagers there. So when there's no villagers, this will pick up the minecart here will pick up the zombie, and then it will dispense it into the system if we sort of launch it again, which is going to be very difficult to deal with if it's multiple zombies and a zombified villager in a cell. So yeah, we've got to be very, very careful with that. We should probably go to the overworld side now and show you the overworld side. I haven't seen it yet either, but we can't go through that portal, of course, because there's literally no space. We're going to use this portal right here. From the looks of it, it's just a very simple village breeding setup with just some crop farms. So you just essentially have an infinite breeder. And okay, yeah, you're breeding using the same two villagers that are actually getting the crops. So you don't have the added complexity of throwing the thing. There are a lot of zombie piglins there. That's a lot of zombie piglins. I guess there's no way around them. But then, okay, yeah, so from the looks of it, babies go down there, come down to here, and then they get pushed into here. And then when they grow up, their heads are inside the glass, and then they move up here. And essentially, their heads, when they grow up, they get pushed into the block, which then pushes them up a little bit. Their heads are inside the water, and the villager wants to pathfind out of the water. So the way it does it, it just moves up, so it doesn't drown. And then it'll move up out of the block and into the portal. And we also have a sleep bot here, as you can see, who's just keeping this completely loaded in all the time. Right, so I'm going to do a few trades here and just show you how it works, or just at least one trade. And essentially, all you do is come into here. Now, here's our villager. He's been traded with already, that's good. And here we just got some extra stuff, so you just place it wherever you've traded in there. So I'm just going to grab some emeralds for now, rather than using up emeralds in the sugar box up there. So there's a sugar box here with all emeralds. And then, yeah, so all you do is you press this. Converts very quickly, and you saw that it's been ejected into there. And then it gets to the top, it'll then fall down and be broken by a cactus down there. Yep, and then it gets picked up by the hopper. So we can then just keep using them up. So before I begin, I need to actually trade. So let's get some bricks because we've got emeralds on me. I don't actually have any clay balls, and then we just keep going. It's as simple as that. Very, very, very simple. Really, really, really simple. This system. You just got to stand here. Keep grabbing a load. So has it activated this yet? Yes, there we go. That's full. Right, so you see that the torch has now deactivated, and so this activator rail here has been turned off, which means that it will then go into this cell. That's essentially how it works. So we'll do one more just to show the fact that it will go into the second one now. There we go. So yeah, so once that gets to 15, then it's essentially another cell filled, and then you keep going, and it's just automatic. You don't have to worry about which cells are filled in, which cells aren't filled in. It's really, really, really neat. It's a really neat system. I really like this. One flaw of the system has already been sort of shown. Yeah, zombie piglins. Yeah, because they spawn with the portals, so it means I'm gonna have to kill him, and hopefully I do it without breaking the boat. How am I gonna do this then? There we go. Okay, right. It also means I need to get rid of this minecart. There we go. Right, so put the minecart back. And it should be there. Yep. Right, now, I don't think there's many left, is there? Oh, no, quite a few coming through. Okay, cool. Yeah, game all now. Yeah, but It doesn't matter if there's no minecart here, it just means that this stage is empty. And if I then launch it again, it'll just send off that one, and hopefully pick up a villager, not a zombie piglin. So yeah, right, we're getting towards the end of this side here, so and it's not taking that long at all. I've probably only been here about 5 minutes, and already getting there. So yeah, it's a really quick system, really neat. Allows this to be super easy to use. So now you'll see that everything is back to normal. Okay, I've actually run out of villagers now, which isn't too bad because we got through quite a lot. So let's get out of here. And we should have an almost filled side. Yeah, so that one's started to fill up, but it's not quite full yet. As you can tell, there's quite a lot more in the others than in that one. But yeah, there's plenty of mobs there. I think, yeah, 110. That's what the mob cap's saying there. So if I fly away, they should stay. And that should be fine. Okay, maybe 109 is what we got. So if I, or 108, and oh, it's because it's not loaded. I need to chunk load it. Right, let's turn on the chunk loader. So you've got the red beacon right now, which means it's off. Click that. That turns on, which means that all the chunk loaders start turning on. And I believe, there we go. Right, so in a minute, so basically when the green gun goes off, that means the chunk loaders over there are all working, which means I can actually fly away. I don't have to worry about keeping it all chunk loaded. I don't have to stay within this chunk here. So in a minute, the mob switch should be loaded in. We should see the mob cap just suddenly increase up to 100 and something. Hopefully, he says. No? How long is it? Oh no, has something gone wrong? Ah, wait, that's just because I'm loading them in. Wait, if I go out again, will it be on? It's on, yes. So this is actually go into the Nether. Look at that. Nothing. The only mobs here are the Striders. There's quite a lot of Striders here, so we're loading in it looks like we're loading in about 100 and some big Striders, I think. But yeah, no hostile mobs of any kind here. Right, so we are going to leave the project on Nether Switch for now. I will keep you updated on the further progress once we get to it. But for now, we've got to work on another project. So Hypernova has just informed me that we are going to start working on my concrete factory. He's already removed the old one, and I think he's removed the the old super smelter as well. He's gathered all the materials, so I think Swarm's also there. And so me, Swarm, and Hypernova are going to all be working on this together. So this shouldn't take us too long to build up. Yeah, they've removed basically everything. Yeah, so we're just going to start up the Jupiter in a minute. I think just making sure the chunk load is working, and then the Jupiter should just start working, and then we can make sure the factory works. It's working! Yay! Yes! Right, so I'm going to go turn it on now. The factory. Oh, crap! Only one side's not working. Oh! That's because a block's placed where it's not meant to. Yep. Yeah, we can see that error. It's just that one side. It's just the one side. I've turned it off. It'll turn it off. There we go. Let's just check everything to make sure it's not broken. Yes, everything's fine. There's a repeater. I found actually, it's not a repeater. It's meant to be redstone line. Oh crap! Right, redstone's meant to be there. Sorry. No, I've done it. That should be like one block down. No, it'll be fine. It'll power itself in a minute. So we'll do that. No, I've done it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. There you go. Yep, there we go. It's all working. It works. No, this is. It's not going to break. Don't worry. I've tested it for hours. Thank you, Swarm. If you look over here with the honey, you can see how fast it's going in. Actually, I've got sodium on, so I can see how fast it's going in. Oh my god, it's so satisfying. It is. It's so satisfying. And then yeah, like that is pretty much it for this video. So we've now finished up my concrete factory, which I'm really quite happy about. I mean, it's still pretty much my first week, and we've already built up one of my working projects, not just not a project that I've designed and failed. Just replaced the glowstone with sea lanterns because they look nicer, and we've also slabbed up all of the areas because we have the Enderman spawning here, so we want to make sure that we don't get that. And I put some sea lanterns here as well, just to make sure that the slime blocks here don't get spawned on. But yeah, so the moment we've put in a temporary we actually got the water streams going to the central storage over there. So you can see here that the concrete powder is just getting shot off into here and going up to here, and then we're just basically putting it into the void at the moment because we haven't got the actual storage slices in. So we've got the slices there, but we haven't got the filters in, and we haven't got shulker box loaders. So we need to do that. So there's going to be tons of shulker box loaders here. I'm going to be using tons of shulker boxes. So that will be something that we'll do in the next video, along with some extra mobs into the Nether mob switch. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. If you'd like to see more of these videos, as well as technical farms in general, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really, really helps me out. And I shall see you again real soon. Bye-bye.